When Russell Brunson made the announcement that there would be no more funnel hacking live, it left a void. And I think all of us true funnel hackers knew that there would be a time and a place and something that would replace it. But we had no clue what it would be. Well, fast forward to just a little over a week ago, and the announcement was made for Funnel Hacking Live, the Encore, the AI Era. No one would have been able to predict this. And even Russell himself admits that they didn't plan to come back this soon. But the current market trends and shift towards AI has forced their hands. So join us tonight as we talk about the announcement and what this means for the funnel hacking community on tonight's episode of Pitch Practice, the show. My name is Mark, and I am the guy behind the Mental Marketer and the private Facebook group Funnel Building 101. I teach the newest art and science of funnel building to help content creators sell other people's stuff.
Brandon here, your chief business strategist and digital plumber, Brand on Growth Lab, helping you get those funnels hooked up online properly so you never miss a lead.
Digital plumber, what's going on this week, man?
Just trying to get through it. Can't believe it's Wednesday already. Weather's starting to turn a little bit, but Ohio's still drunk and doesn't know if it wants to be cold, warm, snowy, rainy, calm, or windy. So we're getting pretty much all four seasons within a week, every week. And tell you, I'm over it.
I can understand. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think we're just starting with the beautiful weather season. It's like middle of April. We've got a huge annual event that starts in about a week here in San Antonio. Anybody in San Antonio knows about this event. This is an event that's been going on for years. It's called Fiesta de San Antonio. You ever heard of it?
No.
No? It is a 2-week-long festival. They shut the town down for a couple of days. I think they shut the town down for a couple of days for parades that go through the streets, and there's also a famous river parade. Also, if you've ever heard of San Antonio in some of the tourist areas, one of the biggest tourist areas is downtown at the River Walk. And the River Walk is I love it. It's it's interesting because it's one of those places where not a lot of locals go, but when people come from out of town, it's one of the must visit places. And down there is a river that runs through downtown with restaurants and shops on either side. They have boats, you can call them boats, but they ride up and down, back and forth. You can pay and take the cruise up and down there. But that event is coming up, and it's very cultural, very, very cultural. There's little festivals that go on. I know my college, my alma mater has an event that they throw. There's some other pretty popular events. If any of my San Antonio people are watching, you know about the Fiesta Oyster Bake. You also know about the Taste of New Orleans, the King William's Fair, the NIOSA. Night in Old San Antonio. These events get packed, Brandon. They get packed. Bless you. And to be honest, as you get a little bit older in my age, you start wanting to avoid those places because the people are there. It's a lot of drinking, a lot of drinking. But it is a pretty it's a pretty festive time in San Antonio about this time of year. Yeah, we're looking
Cool.
forward to that happening in the next couple of weeks here. I don't know if I will be attending any of those events. I've got some, yeah, yeah, I've got some invites out there, but we'll see. We will see. And that's, and then, I don't know. You know what? I think it was about this time last year that we were coming back from Lehigh, Utah for that little weekend retreat that we had. I think it's been about a year. You remember when
Mhm.
that was last year?
Yeah, I haven't got any memories for it come up yet on Facebook, but yeah, it's about that time. Man, it's pretty out there. It was so
Out
pretty
where?
out there. Out west is so nice, so open, but so expensive. Like you can't even get a house out there right now. It's like the trailer is 150 grand. Plus you got to rent the lot. It's like
150 grand for a trailer. Is
for
it?
a
It is
trailer for a double wide. It
at
might even
least
be for a single wide.
it's double wide.
No, I think it's single wide. But
Oh,
anyway,
r-
um, yeah, I just want to take a trip out there. I know, this fall we'll have a reason to go out there, but won't be driving as much as I want to drive. Like, I just want to take a week, go out there and just drive around the dirt and have some fun. But I took a look at what it would take to drive out to Vegas instead of fly,
mhm.
and it's like a whole day. Literally, it's like 24 hours drive if you drove it straight through. That's a lot of driving.
That's gotta be okay. Well, I I've driven from San Antonio back to Los Angeles. Okay, now picture this. I would drive. This was years ago, probably right when I'd gotten out of the military and I was stationed here in Texas, and I would go back. The speed limit back then, Brandon, was 55.
Yeah,
So,
that's
yeah,
slow.
yeah, I know. Think about that now. It's like that was the speed limit back then. So it would take me about at least it was about a 24 hours, about 1,300 miles or so, and it would be about a 24-hour ride. I think it can be done in less than that now. So
So
when you
no, it's 30 hours. That doesn't include stops for food and bathroom and gas and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, you're talking at least day and a half.
okay, so for you it's 30 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would think it would be longer because it was 24 hours from here and I'll tell you, it's about 10 hours just to get out of Texas. It's almost about half of that is just getting to the other side of El Paso, and then from there it's a quick shot through New Mexico, and then there's a little bit of Arizona, and then once you shoot past that little part Arizona, I think you swing through Phoenix and that area, and then you're right there at the California border. Where so are you considering driving out to Las Vegas? And
Mm.
yeah, in case anyone out there watching, give us a hashtag where you're watching from and give us a hashtag where you're watching from down in the comments. Let us know if you have heard the announcement about Funnel Hacking Live 2026, the AI era being held. What are the dates, Brandon?
September 21st through the 23rd, I think. I might be a little bit off, but I know it's around that time. It's like the week. It's like 5 days after my birthday, so I was pretty excited about that. What did they say it is? It's going to be
Okay, wow. Okay.
yeah, 21st to the 23rd. Yeah.
So you're and that's about the days that I remember Funnel Hacking Live because ClickFunnels anniversary is the 21st. 1st, or
I
I
think
think
so. No, I think it's like the 24th.
it's the 24th.
I think it's the 24th is the birthday. So when like they started having them back after COVID, they had them around the birthday of ClickFunnels because they used to be in the springtime when they had like the last one. They tried to bring it back on track, and then they said, "Yep, that's gonna be the last one." But I think I knew what they were doing. I think they knew what they were doing. Like the last one wasn't going to be the last one. There's no way, because
Yeah.
if you look at the ad, right? They were filming that ad at FHL.
Well,
Then
not necessarily.
they
Not,
filmed it. They filmed it there because they still had the
well,
stage, and they did
well,
all that stuff. They took the boots off
well,
the
not
stage.
well.
They
You can think about it this way, though, Brandon. You can use footage in an ad, so maybe that wasn't the intention, but it just came out perfectly that you could use this as.
Why would they film them taking the boots off the stage?
But that was okay. So remember, you were there too. It
I
was.
was there.
It was maybe
They
it
left the
was.
boots and they walked away. There's no reason to film picking up your shoes and putting them back on. No reason. So
You
they were planning this. I don't care what anybody says. They're dude, it's ClickFunnels. It's $1 billion company, $100 million company. They're planned at least 5 years in the future. They were gonna do this. It was set.
I
And if you watched, did you watch the latest podcast with the owner? Oh, what the hell's his name? I can't think of his name right now.
with Todd Dickerson
Yeah, with Todd and his wife.
and his wife.
Yeah, like
Uh,
all they talked about was AI and how much he's using AI in his everyday life and how many agents he's built and how AI is pretty much coding ClickFunnels now. And it's like he's been doing it for probably the past 5 years.
yeah, yeah, yeah. If and if
So
and if you were lucky enough to be around, you got the notes from that mastermind. You got them right. I gave them to you last week.
yes.
What
So and
what
I
did
was
you do
reading
with that?
those. I didn't get through them all, but I got about halfway through before I crashed out. I got to read the rest of them. It was like, yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Now they're probably not like at the I wouldn't say they're at the forefront, but I mean they're pretty close to there because I think they may have learned their lesson in launching 2.0 before it was ready, that it broke, to kind of be like, all right, let's really beta test this before we get it out, type deal. So hopefully all that's going to happen instead of just throwing it out there and hoping for the best.
Yeah. Well, I agree with you that they were planning to come back and but I think that I believe that it was they just had the footage and I think it made a great storyline. And maybe they were really thinking about that storyline at the time that they did the boots, but I remember the boots was a farewell, as in that's what wrestlers do and when they lay their boots on the mat. So it was
Yeah,
it was a setup for a comeback.
well, yeah. I mean, so as he even mentioned, in the ad itself, when you put on a concert, the artist always comes back on stage for one more song, for the one encore song. So I get the layup to put on this FHL. I mean, it's an easy layup to do it, and the fact that AI is dominating everything for the past 3 to 4 years, it makes sense to finally introduce it once it's gotten to a point to where there's already a high adoption and uptake rate, especially in the community that people are like they're looking to serve anyway. So I don't think they're missing too much of the market. Like they're not too far behind at this point in
Hmm.
time. I think they're like literally riding the wave of it. And then once it crests and crashes, like there's can cash in. So I'm curious to see like how the tech is going to be integrated. Um, because I mean, ClickFunnels isn't the only software that I use. Like the actual business platform that I have and put my clients on to help them run their business with the social media posts and reputation management and CRM and things like that. Though ClickFunnels has CRM in it, um, it's powered by AI now 100%. Like AI handles the CRM, it enriches it, like it goes out and enriches it from LinkedIn profiles and all those social media profiles. You have AI chat bots and text messaging and receptionists and AI social media, AI reputation response. Like it's like 100% AI integrated. There's even AI salespeople built into it that are like following up and such. So really,
Well,
that's where I can see the ClickFunnels platform going, and like that messenger hub integrating a little bit better and being able to hook into GPT better for the APIs and things like that to run Messenger Hub and the CRM and do a little bit more functionality.
yeah, I remember when we had Blake on,
Hmm.
and we talked quite a bit about AI with Blake. And I think that's when you mentioned about how the software that you use right now is really moving toward the AI. And I think of what Blake said, what he thought about the state of online marketing, and about how he doesn't think that anyone has really come out and really done anything super amazing with AI. It's like everybody's creating these cool little automations and even creating landing pages, but nothing that has been super groundbreaking. Can you think of anything that has been super groundbreaking that somebody has done with AI? And then, okay, now we're looking at, I don't know, it's just like it's exhausting to keep up with right now.
It is a lot. The shiny object syndrome is real when it comes to AI, and there's still models vying for dominancy or dominance. You got Gemini, which has come a long way. GPT might be falling off a little bit. Claude, everybody's kind of jumping on the Claude, and then OpenClaw, um, which I hear is like the scary Terminator, T1000 type of AI that can literally take over your entire computer. Um, so, I mean, I don't know where it's going to go. I think, and then there's Manus. So, and then Grok with the social media AIs
Perplexity.
and Perplexity. And then there was one that I signed up for. I was like 100% free. Was supposed to be like the best, the best, the best. But I think it's Chinese owned and
Deep
backed.
Seek.
No, it's not DeepSeek. I got it on my phone, but I haven't used it.
And then there is,
Kimmy. I think it's called Kimmy.
that sounds familiar. Sounds familiar. Well, you know what? Let me ask, because I haven't listened to that full episode of Todd and his wife on the ClickFunnels radio, but did he mention what he talked about in his 900-day plan? Did he mention that at all on that podcast, or do
I
you
didn't get
know?
it's like a 3 hour episode. So I got through like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours of it. So I didn't get the end of it.
Okay. Did you hear about the 900-day plan?
No.
Okay, it's in the notes from that mastermind on that weekend. It's the 900-day plan. And I don't know, I guess it's pretty much public information. I guess it's pretty much public information because I think the the person that was there at the mastermind actually just posted it out there for everybody to just grab it. So I was like, yeah, I want to grab this. So I grabbed it, and it was the entire mastermind weekend summarized on an 11-page report. And I thought it was like a manifesto. But it's interesting because Todd did talk about how many AI apps that he's currently working on and he's building.
Yeah.
And one being the daily draft, right?
Yep. Which I need to get back into because
I,
I did one and it kind of turned out okay. And I just got to get back in there and learn it because I've 100% slacked on my weekly emails.
I'm on week 5 with 2 different newsletters.
Have you gotten it to hook up and actually send out through ClickFunnels?
I have not done that yet.
Yeah.
So I have not done that yet. I am just publishing it to the web, but I'm keeping it there and I'm understanding how to actually edit and add specific articles to it. And even but I haven't messed with it in the email format just yet. But I want to get a bunch of issues under the belt. You know,
Hmm.
a bunch of issues. Just keep having it do it. Keep having it do it. Keep having it do it. I want to have a bunch of issues under the belt. One is for Offer Lab. I've got my Offer Lab Warriors Insider, and that newsletter is going out every Tuesday. And then I have my Monday's marketing news newsletter. And they're actually some pretty good curated articles. I'll tell you, okay, so at first I was having a problem because I set it up to auto. I don't have it set up to auto send, but I have it set up to auto research on Monday mornings at 5, and then it sends me an email. A couple weeks I wasn't getting the email saying, hey, and I was like, what's going on here? I had to go back in there. Come to find out, I didn't hit save. So now I hit the save on it, and now it's doing it automatically. So I get a curated list of articles on Monday at right at about 6 a.m. my time, and I can choose which ones I'd like to actually include in that newsletter. And then I'll look it over, and then I'll just publish it to the web. Um, I want to transfer these over to the ClickFunnels blog somehow. Haven't gotten that far yet, but I'll continue to work on it.
You
And
might
then
be able. You might be able to. Do you have the MCP hooked up?
I do. Yep.
So what you should be able to do with the MCP if it's working right. So the um, the daily draft like gives you a draft and it's kind of in code. So you can copy that code into Claude and be like, hey Claude, I want you to create a new blog post in my ClickFunnels account. This is the HTML code of the blog. And I want you to take out the text and turn it into a blog. And it should do it. GPT is kind of better though when it comes to, at least for me, when it comes to coding in ClickFunnels. And I know that Barnum PT has like Funnelwind or whatever that is that actually works even better. But I just built a course for my guy who's selling automotive finance training, how to get into finance if you're an automotive sales guy. And he had like a 10 module course, 10 module course, like 2 to 3 lessons per module. And I'm like, oh, this is going to take forever. So what I did was I got into Claude and I was like, hey, Claude, this is the outline of the course. I want you to create the course in my account. And then it did that. And then I just transferred into his account. And that saved me probably
A day.
a day, literally a day. Because I think it took maybe an hour to like get in there and tweak it and um, delete the crap that it put in there. I didn't want it to put any content in there, but it did anyway. So I had to delete all that stuff out, and then I went to GPT, and because I had it do it before with my course, Business Growth Accelerator course, that I still have to launch and get out there because I'm slacker. But anyway, um,
Yeah,
I
but
had to I had to code it, and since it already kind of did it before and it worked, like it already like it's already seasoned and it has that memory, and it created the code and it looked good. It even did like an interactive quiz with it as well that graded it, and so client loved it. Only thing I got to do now is just get his videos up there to make the course a little bit better because right now it's just text, and he's got to sell it. So that's what I'm going to be doing tonight. It's going to be a pain in the ass because I got like 4 videos I got to run through Descript and clean up and make sound better and all that other kind of stuff. And it took me about a half hour to do the one here, so I got 3 more to do. So I got, I don't know, 3 more hours to do that, render it, and get them all uploaded. So fun times tonight. We'll be going to bed about 1, 2 o'clock this morning.
oh, that's like the norm. That's that's the norm. That's the norm. Oh, so you mentioned the MCP server, and last that we've had access to the MCP server on the on the pre-release side, and I thought they were kind of moving away from it since they had put so much time and effort into the AI funnel builder, but now the MCP server is actually available for like general release, right?
Yep, because I just got into my client's account and I saw it. It's available there. I don't know what I mean, I know what it can do, but what I've used it for is just primarily for content and blog creation. Um, the the benefit, like once I turn everything over to him to like do and manage, like, look, your next step, if you want to keep the content going and create blogs, things like that, is one, you got to learn how to build in here. So he's got somebody that can build and tweak and make things look nice once I teach him to do it. And then you hook up Claude and be like, hey, Claude, write an article on how to improve um, the front end gross on your car deals, and give a step by step guide on how to do that. And it'll write it, do it, SEO, push them to the course, and make sales that way. I mean, there's so many ways to slice and dice this thing. Like, it's absolutely crazy, insane. Like, and he can even have like a generic automotive type blog on the back end of his sales training. Is like top 10 dealerships to work for that pay the best commissions. And after he's done the research, fill them in, Claude, write an article. These are the top 10 dealerships to work for based on the commissions. Give a brief synopsis of their history, what kind of cars they sell, yada, yada, yada. Obviously, feed it the facts. It'll write it up. Boom. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. It's done. And you just go live your life. So, yeah, I mean, AI today is just absolutely crazy, insane. Between the three, between Gemini, Claude, and GPT, it's probably 100 prompts a day.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah. When we talk about AI and the AI era, and everybody really just saying, AI is going to take over, what are we really saying?
We're saying that it's going to take over positions for people that don't know how to use it to make themselves worth more. You know what I mean? So it's like the invention of the calculator. Before calculator, you had the freaking abacus, right? And then you had the calculator, and it's like, well, calculator is going to eliminate all the statistician jobs or anything like that, right? Or then the personal computer came along, and that's going to eliminate so many other jobs, right? But it really shouldn't. What it's going to do is actually create more jobs, in the sense that just because you have the AI doesn't mean the AI is going to work right. It doesn't mean it's going to work right all the time. You still have to have the engineer behind it to make it go, unless you can, which may happen, program the program to self-program that's when you're kind of getting to that, T1000, you know, Skynet issues, self-preservation and all that kind of stuff, right? So,
Yeah. But
um,
the the biggest use that I see of AI is the ability to, and I think I got this from Jeff Hunter even at the Offer Lab launch, and it was about how it allows you the ability to move fast. And if you and what would have taken a team to do can now be done with assistance, and that's the real advantage that I see with AI. I mean, if you were, let's just take for example, a few years ago when Hormozy had this explosion on social media, so much that they called it the Hormozy style clips. It took him probably a team of 15 to 20 people, and also the cost of that was probably at least make probably close to $1 million to create the amount of content. But with AI, if you can if you can learn how to, well, if you can be the person that can program the AI to do these tasks for you, it gives you, I don't know, you can have an entire army of assistants that are trained to do all these different specialized skills, be that whether that's research, whether that is taking this and putting this over there. And it's about being able to, yeah, I think the limits are, what the AI can have access to. Okay, here's my entire thought process. AI, go out there and be me. Do you know what I mean?
mhm.
Go out there and answer these questions. But AI can't take our place, though. It can't take our place. It can't stand up in front of me. I think it can allow us to attend meetings, and listen in and take notes. And then so we're able to be in more places at once. Or it really just shortens it kind of not really duplicates us, but it gives us the ability to really be in kind of be in more places at once, and then have other assistants out there that are actually doing work that might have taken us. And even, okay, we look back when I was in school and we went to the library and we looked in the card catalog. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember the field trip to the library when I was in elementary school, and the librarian came over and was like, "Okay, this is the card catalog. It is categorized by the Dewey Decimal System, and it's by the author's last name. So you got to find the last name, and then you find the number,
Fiction.
and then fiction, nonfiction, and then you look on the edge of the books for the first three digits, and then if you look, down the shelf or whatever, you'll find it eventually. So
Yeah. And then,
now, when it's
but then,
computers,
yeah, then the internet came along and we still had to go get it, but it was easy for us to get it because we could find it with the search button. Now, with AI, we can just have that brought to us, right?
yeah, like we don't even have to read the book anymore. We can have AI just give us a summary and give us the cliff notes of it, and that's all you really need. I mean, granted, most books these days, especially in our niche and our and what we learn, are 300, maybe 350 pages at the most. They're not really long reads, um, and but AI can summarize it. Or again, if you're able to pull it from the National Archives, the Library of Congress, and download it, you can throw it in Notebook LM, and Notebook LM will tell you everything you need to know about it.
Yeah. Notebook LM will summarize it all and create a podcast for you.
or a course or something like it. I can't believe I'm going to tell everybody to go do this if they're even watching. I mean, we're 35 minutes in, and it's a golden nugget if you're listening this far. Gutenberg. There's a Gutenberg website for all of the public domain works that people have just recycled for the past century, right? That are still relevant. You can download those for free.
Mm-hmm.
You can upload them into Notebook LM, and you can have Notebook LM create content that is relevant to today's market from 100 years ago when it comes to sales and marketing and anything of that nature, because nothing's changed. There's nothing new under the sun when it comes to this kind of stuff. The propaganda machine is still the propaganda machine as it was back in, the 1900, like 1900 to
1800s.
17, 1800s. Even before that, the propaganda being spewed out there, right? So the federal